too. And now I would like to welcome to the podium Mr. Gates, co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He guides us in our vision and strategic direction for the foundation and serves as an advocate for the foundation's key issue. And as a parent, I think one of the most important things he did is instill a passion for libraries and learning in his own children. And he's a longtime supporter and committed advocate for public libraries throughout the world. So please welcome my true superhero, Bill Gates.
It's quite difficult for me to accept the fact that Deborah just started at the foundation last week. When that happened to me, I spent that week in the office trying to figure out where the lunchroom was. Deborah? No. She's already fine-tuning her long-term strategy for the world of libraries. She's a great addition. I second her observation about the transition from U.S. to global libraries. For the first decade, our foundation has been following the same trajectory. In the United States and around the world, our commitment to libraries comes down to one idea: the power of knowledge to change lives. That's true here in Quebec, it's true in Latvia, and it's true in Botswana. Libraries are the leaders in the public information business, and an informed public is healthier, wealthier, and wiser. My son has based his career, first in business and now in philanthropy, on that basic conviction. The quest for knowledge has been dear to him as long as I can remember. When I was a young father, I often wondered if I was running a shuttle service from our house to the local branch of the library. Bill literally devoured books, and he always needed more. He was always reading. Every summer, his teachers handed out a summer reading list and offered a prize to the student who read the most. The young girls of Northeast Seattle, they had won that contest every year until Bill came along. Bill likes reading so much that he refuses to stop even during the dinner, and his mother and I have remonstrated with him about that from time to time, but he's obsessed, and he goes on reading. And he is, as I say, very passionate about learning everything, absolute everything, all there is to know. We used to keep a big dictionary in the den, and every time an unfamiliar word came up in a conversation, one of the children went there and looked it up and read the definition out loud. Bill likes to say this tradition reinforced the notion that if you have a question, the answer exists somewhere in a dictionary, on the internet, and all you have to do is to go find it. And of course, for hundreds of millions of people, the place to find the answers is at the local library. That's why Bill and Melinda started their philanthropy by helping pretty much every library in the United States get hooked up to the internet. For two people who believed so fervently in both knowledge and technology, it was a very natural pairing. That project started on sometime in the early part of 1997, and by 2001 the vast majority of U.S. libraries were online, and we've been working with them ever since to make sure it stays that way. As Bill and Melinda got more interested in the issue of global development, their passion for public information began to extend to other countries. There are so many people in the world with potential that's locked up because they're sick, because they're hungry, because they're poor. Libraries can help them unlock that potential. Learning is one of the key links between the way people live and the way they aspire to live. People are naturally driven to lead a healthy, productive life, and the library gives them the tools they need to aspire to that life and build it. That's why the Foundation gives the Access to Learning Award every year. There are innovators all over the world who find creative ways to help people give themselves the gift of knowledge. This afternoon, I am very proud to announce the recipient of the 2008 Access to Learning Award, the Vasconcelos program in Veracruz, Mexico. Veracruz is a rural state. Its towns and villages are largely poor and remote. There isn't enough electricity or equipment or money or staff to make sure that every one of them can maintain a good library with computers and internet access. A lot of these places have technology centers that don't get used because the equipment is broken down, and in any case, the people who live there don't have the training they need to use it. So the Vasconcelos program delivers all the resources people need via bus. Top of the line equipment, a skilled, dedicated staff. When Vasconcelos visits a community, it opens up new worlds of opportunity. When I was young, we had lots of bookmobiles in the United States, and they provided a great service. And that's kind of how I thought about Vasconcelos when I first heard about it. Then I learned about more details of that project. You see, Vasconcelos is so much more. First, staffers visit each community before the bus comes to learn what people actually need. Then it creates a curriculum for that group that's relevant to their day-to-day lives. Vasconcelos doesn't believe in one-size-fits-all solutions. When the bus comes to town, an army of skilled workers come morning, noon, and night, teaching as many people as humanly possible. Finally, before the bus leaves, Vasconcelos provides technical support to make sure the local technology center is up and running. And staffers run training so people know how to use the center. The bus can only stay in each place for 2 weeks, but Vasconcelos' impact is permanent. Let me give you a few examples of how this organization has changed people's lives in large and small ways. First, the large. Coffee is key to the economy of Veracruz, and Vasconcelos is helping to grow that industry. Thousands of coffee farmers have worked with Vasconcelos staffers to build up their businesses. They learn how to look up current coffee prices so they can make more strategic marketing decisions. They get loans to expand their operations, and they participate in government-sponsored fertilizer programs that help increase their yields. And there are countless small examples. One craftsman, a candle maker, produced a brochure to help him sell his products with Vasconcelos' help. 2 things have happened as a result. He is earning more money, and more people in more places are being exposed to the beautiful traditional art which he creates.